just like we're gonna be doing in a little bit. So make it really loud one time for my good friend, Mr. Josh Means.
Keep it going for Dylan, everybody. Doesn't he look like if Gumby had a kid with a kid? Like he looks like someone with Down syndrome tried to stretch themselves so they could make the NBA. And Al's great. Al is single because no girl has an eyebrow fetish. Right? I could smell his Uber from here. Same. You booed his rape joke, which is funny because you look like the reason college campuses give out whistles. I love roast battles. I just got back from New York. I did a naked roast battle in front of 500 people. They didn't even let me wear my socks. If you're picturing it right now, I'm sorry. Why'd you look down, sir? Use your imagination, please. I will never get nervous to do stand-up again. That was it. And I would get nervous to do stand-up. This is pretty nerve-wracking. I get more nervous for stand-up than I do for sex. And I think that's because I actually care if you guys enjoy tonight.
Thank you.
You're welcome. In that battle, they told me I was up against one of New York's best roast battlers, but he felt like one of New York's best mops because I wiped the floor with his ass. He said I'd have to settle for just being the bigger dick, because he had the bigger dick. Come on, keep up. It was cold in that room, all right? You ever been stabbed in the back by your dick? Like right when I needed him most, he was like, I'm gonna read a book. My wife was in the audience like, he's a grower. They know about growers. There was also a blind guy sitting in the front row, which was weird. I feel like if there's anybody, you could just sit somewhere off to the side. I like roast battles because I feel like I heard all the mean things growing up. When I was little, they would call me Carrot Top. Now they call me Carrot Bottom. Soulless or no soul is one I would get all the time. And it doesn't really make sense to me. There's a show going on. You guys can stop talking. You guys will fuck afterwards. It's okay. He's already roofied you, do you remember? Can I tell this joke? This is a fun joke to tell. All right, you got it, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought I was going to hate these battlers that I'm judging, but I feel like most of my energy is going to go up against this guy. Soulless or no soul is one I would get all the time. I don't really know what soul is, but the way I hear about it makes me think soul has something to do with skin pigment. Because I'm pale as fuck, and they say I have no soul. But when I see a black dude, the first thing I think is soul. Like, he sold my car! My favorite thing to call a redhead is period head. I got that one from my mom. And for the longest time, I just thought it was something gross to call a redhead. And then she said, no, it's because every time I see your head, I think about what I could have got instead. Let's see. I recently broke a tooth in a basketball game. I realized that you should always wear a mouth guard if you're going to gamble money you don't have on the Warriors. And it'll probably be this way for a while because I don't have dental and my wife still sleeps with me. What? Yeah, I'm not bragging. She's disgusting. She's fucking a toothless ginger. What do you expect? Have you ever dated a girl that has a guy best friend? You're not even paying attention to this show. You're still trying to fuck. Have you ever dated a girl that has a guy best friend?
Yeah?
I'm just gonna ignore him now. My wife, you have too?
Maybe.
Okay, that's great. I'm gonna get on with the joke. My wife has a guy best friend, and no matter what, it always like pops up in my head, maybe they've hooked up. You know what I mean? And I made the mistake of telling her that. And she said, ew, no, he's disgusting. I'm like, look at me, bitch, that's your type. I was telling these jokes last night. Black dude sitting in the front row was like, yeah, but what's wrong with the rest of your teeth? That's fucked up. Black people will tell you shit you didn't want to know. Without my homie Dez, I wouldn't know that I looked like the Crypt Keeper. Without Elijah, I wouldn't know that I looked like I could be somebody's bitch on that show, The Orange is the New Black. Without Malcolm, I wouldn't know that my wife likes black guys. Orange is the New Black is also the name of my rap album. I'll be selling after the show. Be sure to check that out. It's nothing original, it's just me rapping over songs I like but my way, you know? What the fuck was that? I was gonna ignore the fist bump, but you jellyfished away. This guy hasn't raped a girl a day in his life. Anybody that jellyfishes away doesn't know how to roofie. I mistook you for someone else, sir. Jesus Christ. Anybody here ever been part of an orgy? No? You have? No, you haven't. You and 6 Barbie dolls is not an orgy. I wouldn't do good in an orgy. I barely reply in the group chats. That was all this is for. Maybe don't speak out next time. It'll end for you, I promise. We'll get to roasting each other. Let's see, does anybody here play sports?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, what do you play?
Kickball.
Kickball?
Yeah.
That's the male version of cheerleading. It's not a sport. Kickball. What? That's hilarious. What sport do you play? Wall ball, man, all day. That's hilarious. Oh shit, I play basketball. And I know my body doesn't look like it was made for basketball. You guys might want to pay attention, this is like my ending joke, it's really good. My body doesn't look like it was made for basketball. My body looks like it was made for knitting, being a bottom. I have the body of someone you would find handcuffed in the bottom of a pirate ship. All right, you guys, that's been my time. I'm Josh Means. Are you guys ready for some fucking roast battles?